Hi and welcome to the third in my series of videos from the Faroe Islands. Today we're taking the journey to the most amazing location, the Kallur Lighthouse on Kalsoy, where I'll walk through how I took my images on location. The journey we'll undertake requires a short and possibly bumpy ferry crossing from Klaksvik and a short trip to the start of the hike. Before we get on to the hike, let me just share some images I captured on the ferry crossing across to Kalsoy. The key thing about the hike is not to rush to the lighthouse. There's so much to see and photograph along the way. The hike itself to the lighthouse is about 4 kilometers, that's 3 miles return, but it's quite muddy and slippery in locations on the terrain. And then finally there's a really short but precipitous ridgeline which can be really tricky in high winds. So without further ado, let's take a look at some of the images I captured on the trail to the lighthouse, and then we'll get into the details around the lighthouse itself. So yeah, the Kalsoy Lighthouse, absolutely fantastic. There's just a handful of people here today. It's really windy. We're going to go across the ridge in a second and get across and get some more views of that and see if we can get a full landscape today. Absolutely stunning. There's the lighthouse. You can see the stormy clouds, which will make some fantastic effects today. So I'm going to capture some images of the cliffs, the landscape, and the colours of the sea. With the gale and the storm coming through are absolutely phenomenal. Right, we've got across the ridgeline now, and I'm here with the amazing Paul Compton. I'll put his channel link in the description below. Go give that guy a follow. Absolutely awesome channel. Right, so we've got the Kalsoy Lighthouse there. I've got the 18-135 on at the moment. I'm going to put the 10-18 on to get some really wide shots, and I'm going to try my Sigma 30mm to try a portrait landscape image, if that makes sense. It'll make sense when I take it anyway. The scenery is absolutely stunning. Absolutely stunning. We've got the lighthouse there, we've got the cliffs, we've got the stormy clouds, and the clouds are rolling over the top, making it for a super atmospheric shot. Now, I've gone portrait mode now, which is really interesting because what we've got, I'm going to zoom in, I'm not sure whether you can see for scale, there's a couple of guys just walking up the cliff face on the other side. Great for scale. You can see them just about there. Oh, it's focused on my finger. Just about there on the trail going up. Absolutely amazing. So I've got the 10-18 on now. Absolutely awesome. So what we've got is a really wide angle shot of the cliff. We've still got those people in, so I'm going to capture this image really quickly. We've got it at 120 per second, F9. I've focused in on the lighthouse. So we've got that really sharp image. You can see that we've got the detail in this. Got a dead little bit of burnout, so I'm just going to drop that exposure a dead little bit. So we can see here that we've got another angle on this. I'm going to try to do a panorama here. We've got the cliff face and the lighthouse in the middle. We've got a real sweep round to the right. So I'm going to take 3 images on this one and capture the full thing. Focus primarily on the lighthouse. So I've put the long lens on now, 100 to 400 on. We can see, I don't know if you noticed on any of the previous images, but in the distance, right in the distance, there's some sea stacks and a waterfall coming right into the ocean. Absolutely amazing underneath the clouds. It's very hazy, so hopefully that will create some serious atmosphere. I'm going to zoom right in and you can see the image that I'm trying to capture here. I've got it ISO 100. F9, I'm still getting 150 per second, so we should get some real atmosphere on that. And I'll take a series zoomed right in and also slightly out. And who knows, we may get the odd random seagull just flying across the front. And one thing to notice on this that I've only just spotted myself, really, is just look at that histogram. Just look how narrow that is, because we've got so many shades of grey. And I can see now the wind is blowing the waterfall, so let's see if we can just capture that. I've also got it on a 2-second timer just to let the camera settle after pressing the shutter. Okay, so I've zoomed out just a touch now. I want to get some of the atmosphere of the clouds in the scene as well. Absolutely stunning. It's creating such an amazing atmospheric shot. Very narrow still on the histogram, so the colour tones are ethereal. Paul keeps using the word ethereal. Anyway, so let me capture this shot, because I really want to try and get it when the waterfall is actually being blown by the wind as well, and get the atmosphere of the clouds. And what you can see here, I don't know who these people are, but they've conveniently decided to start to walk across the ridge from that point there. So they're making great context. So what I've got here is the scene with the guys walking across the ridge line under the stormy sky. So let's capture some of these images. Wow, absolutely stunning. Thank you guys, whoever you are. Okay, and we're at the location apparently where James Bond died, allegedly. I haven't seen it myself, but for all you fans of James Bond, this is where he died. And please remember, if you've liked this video, to like and subscribe, and remember to check out the rest. Turn on notifications so that you get a notification of when I release the rest of the Faroe Islands videos.